afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Riga, Latvia. This is the FIBA EuroBasket Game Day 2, the Group A game between Türkiye and Czechia. Here in the arena, Riga, this game followed by Estonia, Latvia, the Baltic Derby, followed by Portugal against Serbia. And the standings, Serbia, Türkiye, and Portugal winning their opening games, so they occupy the top 3 spots. Czechia, Latvia, and Estonia in the bottom 3. Hello, everybody. Again, I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mike Taylor, the former Poland coach of many teams, in fact, but Mike has been my commentator at a couple of tournaments. And Mike, this Czechia team has it all to do today. Showed some weaknesses if they're going to beat a Turkish team that looks about as good a Turkish team as we've seen for some time.
Yeah, you're looking at 2 teams where at opposite ends of the spectrum. Türkiye played outstanding in their big win, and Czechia really struggled. I think, you know, their backs are against the wall today. They know they've got a fantastic opponent to play against, and more importantly, they want to play better. The guard play, handling ball pressure, you know, getting good shots. These are all the fundamental things the team needs to work on. But, you know, it's not any easier looking over there at the 12 giant men.
Well, we always believed that Türkiye were better than what we had seen in recent tournaments. The potential, the ceiling was much higher than what we were seeing on the court. And they showed it against Latvia that, hey, this might be a team that will not just contend for a spot on the podium, but can really, you know, aim to get into that final and maybe win the title.
Well, what was so impressive about Ergin Ataman's team is the way they played. They really controlled the tempo. They established the post. They played through Schengen. And it was like an inside-outside attack as well. They were really clicking on all cylinders. The physicality and length defensively was also a factor. Now the challenge for them today, are they able to stay consistent and stay focused as a favorite going into this game?
Mike, I can tell you, when they were winning the other night, I could only imagine the people bouncing off the walls back in Istanbul, bouncing around the Bosphorus about the prospects of Türkiye with Alperen Şengün, with Cedi Osman, with Furkan Korkmaz. This is a team that has real possibilities.
100%, but it wasn't just the stars. You know, Sipahi, you know, Hazer, these guys made highlight plays and big baskets. And when you have your team clicking on all cylinders like that, it's really a formidable opponent. So let's see if they can put another game together here this afternoon.
Okay, the players are on the court for the national anthem.
For the national anthem of Czechia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please remain standing for the national anthem of Türkiye.
Well, Turkey had that additional incentive the other day of going out in front of a packed house here in Riga to beat the host. Not quite as many fans, yet probably more Turkish fans that have arrived following that opening win.
Without a doubt, Jeff, this is a different environment. And again, the challenge for them is to be at their best as favorites in the game. Again, they'll try to establish the post. They'll try to play that intense defense. But can they come with that same focus and intensity using these games as they build up towards that, let's say, end of the group phase game?
Lorenzo Baldini on the left, Antonio Rafael Conde from Spain in the middle, and Josip Jurkovic from Croatia on the right will be doing the refereeing. Conde, the crew chief. Also, Conde, again, was one of the gold medal game referees at the Olympics. So let's see what, if anything, will happen to this Czech starting five following their opening day defeat. So Jan Zidek stays in the starting five. Andrej Sehenol, Vít Krejci, Martin Križ, and Tomas Kislink, with Wojtek Ruban, Peterka Bohacic, Krivanik, who played a lot of minutes the other day, all coming off the bench. Martin Svoboda as well. There's Vít Krejci.
Krejci had a very good game. Again, the big issue for their team is complementary playmaking, making the game easier for him. Hopefully he can come out and find his rhythm in this game today. But as we saw, the lack of a secondary ball handler was really challenging for the Czechia squad.
Turkey just, from the type of tournament opening game they had today really sets you up well for the rest of the event. And I guess the key is to celebrate that achievement, build some momentum, but at the same time, keep your feet on the ground. They're going to start with Shane Larkin, Jetty Osman, Alperen Şengün, Ercan Osmani, and Kanan Sipahi, with Seamus Hazer, Stanley Bitin, Korkmaz, Bona, Yilmaz, and Yurtseven coming off the bench for Coach Ergin Ataman. And again, Kanan Sipahi, outstanding in that opening game, but so is this guy.
Well, Şengün was so impressive on the low block with poise, with control. He was directing traffic, getting his teammates easy shots. Again, they have the size, the length, the physicality, but they also have the skill to play through the post. If you're Czechia, defend the low post, try to take these guys away as much as you can, and you got to live with the results. If the rest of their team is hot from the perimeter, like last game, it could be a long night.
Number 27, Vít Krejci. Number 31, Martin Križ.
Diego Campo from Spain, the head coach of Czechia.
And Jeff, they're just missing several key players. It's kind of tough for the team right now. You've got a bunch of guys working really hard, and you're missing a Sadaransky, you're missing a Balvan, you're missing key guys that have been so important through the years for this team.
Sadaransky was injured shortly before. Balvan had played in the qualifiers, and I guess things kind of went off the road with him in Czechia, and he's no longer here, which is a shame, really, no matter how you look at it. But they still have several players from the great Czechia team that made it to the quarterfinals of the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2019.
And some of these players are playing with more responsibility, which that's been the challenge, trying to establish themselves here on this level. And then the players that are on this roster relied on guys like Sadaransky for creativity, relied on Balvan to defend the post and score inside. So just the distribution of responsibility within the team, it kind of got off to a slow start in that first game.
This is not a good time for Czechia to be taking on the 12 giant men, that's for sure. This is a very confident Turkish team after that opening night win over the host, Latvia. Well, hello, everybody. We are underway, and just as happened on opening night
Second
for
game
Turkey,
in a row.
Şengün hits the opening tip ahead on the break to Osmani, and Turkey take a 2-0 lead. Boy, I don't think I've ever really seen that happen, ever. And I've seen it twice in a row now with Türkiye. Krejci comes right out, misses with his first attempt. And a push called on Canis Apahi. Look at that, Mike. That was something you practice?
Well, that was a volleyball tip awareness, but again, if it starts happening 2 games in a row, then
it won't happen the next time, surely. And don't call me Shirley. Here's getting in and banking it in. And that's a good sign for Thomas Kislink, who's had a slow start in that opener.
Yeah, he curled the screen, went strong to the basket and finished, showed a lot of determination.
And Osmani powers his way down over Jan Zidek. Of course, is a third-generation Zidek playing in this Czech national team after his Hall of Fame father, Jiří, and his dad, George. And there's Jan missing it from the wing. Nothing like having that kind of pressure to follow in those footsteps, is it?
That's a true basketball family. Again, going into the post.
Nice passing, and then it's intercepted right when I say nice passing by Krejci. And Krejci's going in and then loses it just as he was about to explode and dunk it.
Unfortunate. You love the pace, you love the push. He got right where he needed to go. Again, great defense here, reading the passing lane, finding the gap right to the rim. Unfortunately, lost the ball.
But good sign by Czechia that they're able to at least get the steal, and they're also coming out and being a little more physical today.
Yeah, Jeff, that's a great sign. You can tell that's been a priority in their preparation here. You love the response to start the game from the Czechia squad.
Yeah, sometimes you see, Mike, what a team is made of more after a heavy defeat, because you, me, and everybody else probably not rating their chances very highly, and they know it, and they want to come out and put in a performance.
Well, this is the way you want to start for sure defensively.
Schengen a long way from the basket, guarded by Križ. They get to Jetty Osman, who was so good in the opener, goes in and out. Schengen gets it back to Osman. And that's got to be deflating for Czechia. You play D. You survive the first shot, but you don't get the rebound.
That's the factor, the size, the length, the physicality, and then you see the skill.
Jan Zidek with the three.
That's great to see.
Jan Zidek played 5 years of college basketball in America. 4 at Pepperdine, also at Chattanooga, UT Chattanooga. And a foul called out on the perimeter.
Again, look at that ball movement, open shot missed. There's another offensive rebound, but look at the beautiful pass. Scoops it underneath, here it is. Oh, pass fake, scoop it under. Great cut from Osman for 2. Czech has to guard, but then they've also got to block out and rebound. Those second chance opportunities here early.
Mike, we saw some Turkish fans going up to Hedo Turkoglu, the federation president, and probably right now viewed as the best ever Turkish player, along with Mehmet Okur, wanting to get some photos with him. And I think Schengen's going to be in those same shoes down the road in those 2 decades.
I agree. Different types of players. Turkoglu more 3-4 shooting from the perimeter, and Alpern fantastic low post play.
There's Schengen. Oh, that's going to be awfully difficult to stop if he's going to score that easily.
He's just so smooth, makes the game look easy, under control.
Here is Zidek again, knocking down the 3. He's the Jan.
I love to see it. And here the Czech team is picking up 94 feet, guarding every inch of the floor.
Canis Apahi takes it all the way, misses. And look at that, Schengen boxed out, still gets the basketball. And Osmani has it, and talking about 12 giant men, they look like giants out there.
But Jeff, again, we talk about clear the circle, block out, and hold your space. Don't get pushed under the rim.
Oh, and Svoboda gets rejected by Alperen Schengen. Shane Larkin gets in for the layup. And they're playing some bully ball right now.
They're playing bully ball. The physicality is a factor, and you see the points in the paint right at the rim to start the game for Turkey.
Here's Krejci. Has to get rid of it. Turkey forced it out of his hands. Sehinal for three. Got it! And I like that. Showing some confidence. There's George Sedek. Jan's son, and again.
That is a legend right there. One of the great guys in European basketball.
I mean, if you are foul called, if you're from America, you know him from his UCLA days, winning the national title, and then playing in the NBA with Charlotte. But Sehinal, and look, and there's George. They know him as Yuri over here.
That's fantastic. Just the Czech pride. Really enjoying it, watching his son play and cheering for the national team. But he's one of the good guys. You know, I've had the good fortune to get to know him during my 4 years as an assistant coach with the Czech team. Just really good people involved with the federation and team.
And like I said last time, George sat in that very seat that you're in at the 2014 World Cup and EuroBasket 2015. So 12-11, and despite the bully ball from Turkey, Czechia hanging in there.
And again, it's the three-point shooting. In the first game against Portugal, they really struggled to create, struggled to score, did not shoot well. Again, you see the defensive effort really where it needs to be, and the three-point shooting making the game easy for them. Great start for Czechia.
Krivenek, who played a lot of minutes the other day. His link gets it up and knocks it down. Goodness. This is a different Czechia team. They get the steal. Krivenek. Excellent work, Paterka. And then the follow, and the Czechs are giving Turkey everything they can handle. It's not only have they taken the lead, they've got the ball.
It's the multiple efforts. It's the energy, the activity. Look at the challenge from Larkin. You can't guard it any better than that. Kijlink with a great shot, and then the awareness to pressure and come up with a steal.
I mean, how was that ball not blocked? It looked like he almost got it. Much more spirited effort here. Paterka for three. Got it! Czechia take the 4-point lead.
You can see the faces of the Turkey team. They're a little bit stunned right now.
Schengen takes it all the way, though.
Coast to coast for the big fella. Again, Jeff, points at the paint. They're scoring right at the rim.
Kijlink back to Paterka for three. You can count it! This team is unrecognizable from their opening defeat to Portugal. Seamus Hazer in the game. Here's Larkin. There's Hazer, and shot clock about to expire. Osman gets it off just in time. It's going to trigger the break now for Krejci on the long rebound. And Krejci's taking all the way. Oh, and he just had a nasty fall. Krejci, hopefully he's okay. But if this start by Czechia has not captured the imagination of their fans back home, nothing will. They have been unbelievable.
Take off on him, Vit.
Utterly sensational response by Czechia. And it seems to have come out of nowhere. We didn't think they had it in them.
Wow. It starts with the defense. Great timeout here from Coach Ataman.
Baba hep sürekli en üstünden şut veriyorsunuz kardeşim. Daha adamların içine girin, geçemiyorlar zaten. Kadrolar atıyor, bakıyorsun, seviyorsun. Sonra ucuma geldiğimiz zaman kontrolü kaybetmeyin. Daha 5 dakika oynadık. Ucumda 2 saat şey oynuyor. Normal oyun oynayacaksın. Savunma yapın sadece. Gel.
Well, Mike, how do you explain what we've seen so far by Czechia.
You know, one of the strengths from Turkey in the first game was their outstanding pick and roll coverage at the point of attack. Well, now as they're covering, you see the bigs popping, getting to the perimeter. Right there, a shot fake, creating space for the three. Here's the pick and pop from Peterka, again, creating the open space, and they're 5 for 7 from 3 early in the game. So last game against Portugal, they struggled to find those openings to score. They're attacking the Turkey bigs.
And you can see the worry for Czechia is that Vik Krejci looks like he might have injured himself a little bit on that dunk. And they did call the foul, so he gets a three-point play. And it's an 8-point lead for Czechia. And if you're a Czech basketball fan, you have got to be enormously proud of how your team has bounced back so far. Here's Shane Larkin. The way things went in the first game, Mike, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here, but if Czechia were to win this game, this would be perhaps ranked among the all-time great upsets in EuroBasket history.
Without a doubt. I mean, no one expects the Czechia squad to come in here and have a chance, and the way they played, they've shown a lot of heart.
Now, I don't know if that was a bit worrying that Peterka passed up that shot from the line, especially for a shooter. So I guess why take a 2 when you can attempt a 3? Here's Schengen, and you can count it. Big man can't be stopped.
And for Turkey, keep feeding the post. Stay the course, stay with your big man in the post down low, and look at the beautiful spin and finish. He's just so much fun to watch. A throwback post play, controlling the game.
Türkiye coming in for the first time, Adam Bona.
Adam Bona coming into the game for Osmani. And that was one of the pluses for Türkiye, was the fact that they had so much firepower, so much strength coming off the bench.
So the question we see now is, what coverage will Bona be in? Will they switch with the 4 in pick and rolls to try to have better coverage, or will they continue to have coverage with both the 5-man and the 4-man?
Substitution for Team Czechia.
7 points so far for Schengen. Bahacic coming in, Fish coming in, Ruban coming in. So 3 players that were in that team that reached the quarterfinals at the World Cup in 2019. Here's Bahacic, and the question is, can they maintain the level, the start that we've seen so far by Czechia? Krivenek. And good job knocking it out for another chance. Ruban off the back of the iron. Hazer. And pass eludes the defenders, Larkin. And ball knocked out of bounds. Well, Shane Larkin, talking about sons of famous people. Is Tadbury Larkin,
I mean,
one of the all-time great baseball players.
You're a baseball fan, so I know it's really great to see him out here playing so well.
There's Larkin on the baseline, and good rebound, Peterka. Oh boy, just a terrible pass by Peterka. And that is Hazer with the bucket.
We saw what Hazer could do on the baseline in that first game. Took off.
Turnover's such a big problem for Czechia in the loss to Portugal. Bona. Adam Bona with the foul.
Yeah, look at Hazer getting his hand on the ball.
Even if you make that pass, make it a bounce pass. He's not going to get it.
Again, Jeff, deliver the ball away from the defense, not just to the offense. You got to throw the ball away from the defender. That means you need to see the whole play.
Krivenek for 3. A little momentum back for Czechia.
Shooting the ball with confidence, really good ball movement.
6 of 10 from 3-point range. A little bit of trouble in the backcourt, but they get out of it. And Bona, he misses the layup. I think Czechia was looking for a turnover. And Mike, it's a 40-minute game, and the question is how long can Czechia make this thing go? Now another turnover. Starting to see some problems in that regard. They can't afford to turn it over. Schengen gets to the free throw line.
But you can see when the team is struggling, Alpern wants the ball, and he is determined to make a play. Okay, there's the pile up. He gets out. Give me the ball. He attacks, finds the opportunity. Great spin, draws the contact. Again, this is the second possession. He's gone coast to coast to try to make a difference for his team. He's really asserting that leadership role.
That was a pretty easy call on Bohacek, wasn't it? Bohacek with the foul.
Well, what can you do when Big Alpern's coming right at you? He's so big, it's almost drawing a foul almost every single time.
25-20, and this is tournament play. I mean, things happen that you don't expect.
Well, Jeff, the story of the first quarter is the 6 for 10 three-point shooting for Czechia and 0 for 3. So it's 6 3-pointers to 0 as you compare the teams. You know, Turkey's just got to think about what type of defensive coverage they're going to be in to limit and have that three-point line coverage.
Furkan Korkmaz in the game, as well as Ömer Yurtseven for Türkiye. And now an offensive foul. Peterka moving screen.
Anybody just extended himself here. Let's take a look. You know, I'm sure we'll see a lot more contact like that throughout the game. Maybe a tough whistle early, but both teams will keep playing.
Offensive foul. We just saw it at that end. The same thing.
And, you know, if you're both coaches, you're happy that the officials are making an effort to be consistent.
Yep, I agree. We see it at every tournament, Mike, as you look at the play there. Referees, they go back, they're graded, they look at it, they talk, they're constantly working at their craft. Held accountable. But here is Czechia now in the final minute. And look at this, Peterka, much better from him.
I mean, known as a pick and pop shooting three, for him to get a bucket on the block against these defenders, outstanding work from Peterka.
Osman from deep. They have absolutely come out and been real warriors today, Czechia. Rumors of their demise greatly exaggerated. And great defense, though, by Hazer. Second big play. Korkmaz pulls up, and that was short. Got a good look. Turnovers starting to creep into the game, though, for Czechia, which has to be a concern. But at the end of one, I'm pretty sure they would take this score. 27-21. Czechia lead Türkiye.
Again, take a look at the three-point shooting. 6 for 10, 0 for 4. I mean, that's the difference in the first quarter. Again, let's see how the game continues. But let's give credit to Coach Ocampo and this Czech team. They have really responded in a great way to start this game.
Mike, this is how it started. And if you're Czech, you're like, uh-oh, here we go. But instead, what we saw from Czechia, even more than the three-point shooting and the dynamic plays, was the fight that was just missing from that opening game against Portugal.
And you know, my good friend Pavel Badinsky coined a phrase that the national team plays by Revisi Jako Lev, which in Czech means fight like a lion. And this group is fighting like lions right now. They're playing very, very well.
How big were those three-pointers, though, by Zidek? It really changed the game, didn't it?
It did. It gave the team momentum, and then, it became contagious, the energy, and then the awareness to get the multiple efforts, steals, the extra possessions. You know, they've started in a great way. It's just great to see the team respond and play so well here to start the game. Now for Turkey, you've got plenty of game left. Again, continue to play through the post, but the big question is, how do you take away these three-point looks and guard the three-point line? Most teams would change pick and roll coverage and switch. It depends if they have confidence in their bigs to be able to guard the guards one-on-one and play in that disadvantage situation. You know, let's see how they respond out of the timeout, out of the mid-quarter break here.
Well, scan in the QR code to get Courtside 1891 in your smartphone so you can have live streaming. You can watch all the video highlights. You keep up with everything in international basketball. Again, tournament play, you just simply, you have to play the game. Every game is different than the previous game.
It has everything to do with matchups and styles of play.
Preparation. The psychology of these games, so crucial. The mentality. Oh, and Paterka turns it over, bobbled it.
Again, Hazard right there. 3 steals in his first half so far.
Yeah, it's the little things that become big things. Here's 7 battling with Krish. Korkmaz. Oh, try, gets pushed.
That looked really awkward too as he came down.
Second personal foul.
Korkmaz could be key for this team if you're looking for three-point shooting.
You're gonna have to translate that for me, Mike. I'm not sure.
It says, Alpern, I love you.
Oh.
Big fan.
Nice one. I think all Turkish fans love him. Look at that great defense from Wojtek Ruban. And Bohacic slows it up. Ruban for 3. Noticeably, Vajek trying to play faster. Oh, goodness. And a foul called on Bohacic. And this time it's Schengen that goes down hard.
And Jeff, that reminds us of something we talked about at breakfast this morning in the BCLA's, the America. Alvarado from Puerto Rico went down and had a back injury last night in a similar situation. Yes.
It's a young Fernandez. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Bohacic, meanwhile, has 3 fouls. So Schengen gets up a little slow, a little dazed. And Bohacic has to sit down after picking up his 3rd foul. Three-pointer from Sipahi. Ball falls to Schengen, and there's Yurtseven, and he traveled.
Great pass from Schengen. That's one where you just wanted to go up strong and dunk it.
Well, I tell you what, Hazard gets 10 out of 10 for his defense today. I mean, nothing is easy.
Jeff, he's been so impressive in these first 2 games. Last game, the 3 and the hammer dunk over 2 Latvian defenders. Now the activity defensively.
Oh, look at this now. Sipahi does not get it across in time. Excellent defense from Kenny Sipahi.
So you have Hazard get the deflection out of bounds, cut seconds off the clock.
Yep.
And then you get great ball pressure from Sipahi and an 8-second count. Outstanding work. If you want to change momentum, do it on the defensive end. Great work from Turkey.
And this is where Sipahi and Hazard clearly offer value to this team, as well as Korkmaz. Their quickness, length, tenacity. Schengen, oh, nice spin. And he just kind of got tripped up. Adaman upset. I think a technical might be coming, and it did. Paterka, they're not going to count that 3 because they've called a technical on Ataman.
Well,
I'm not sure he did get tripped up, but we'll have to have a look.
We'll take a look. So, again, this is a good technical from Coach Ataman, fighting for his team. You know, this is your star player. He's been going to the basket strong. Lots of contact.
The only thing is you don't want to get another one or you're out of the game.
Right.
And Ruban makes the free throw. Watch this. Okay, so his right foot made contact with Ruban, And
I mean, you can see how the officials rule it incidental.
yeah, exactly. That's the word, incidental. Krivanek for three. And that was long. And look at the swat. But great drive by Sipahi getting the foul called.
But again, for players, this is really intelligent from Sipahi. He plays pick and roll, but there's just been a little bit of a controversy over a call. Now he's pressuring the rim. You're going strong to the basket. This is likely, if there's contact, the whistle's going to go your way. So this is a great play from Sipahi, just reading the game and the flow of the game, attacking the rim, pressuring the basket, basically forcing the whistle. Great job from Sipahi here.
Short with the first. He wasn't the MVP of the night, but he wasn't far from being the MVP. How well he played.
He was the energy. He was the boost. He was the engine.
He was the tone setter.
Yes. But, you know, it's interesting because the game did come very easy for them last game, and they played so well. Now they have to work. It's not coming so easy to start this game. Let's see how they can work their way back and find that rhythm.
So Krejci back in the lineup. Remember, he had kind of a nasty fall after his dunk. He did stay to make the free throw. Here's Krejci. And good job. Oh, well, the ball was knocked from behind by Korkmaz. But then a kick was called. And Diego Campo was like, was it a kick or did the ball just go off his foot?
I think it might have just bounced off of Chiz there.
Zidek back in. Oh, Hazard. Fouled by Krejci. Fourth team foul on Czechia already. And we've got 7:44 remaining in this second quarter.
But again, Jeff, what do you see? You see a downhill drive, pressuring the rim. You know, people complain about calls, getting calls, not getting calls. We see Zidek looking on. Turkey's really doing the right thing, pressuring the rim.
Oh. And again, nice work on the boards by Yurtseven. And it is definitely downhill for them right now. They are attacking the rim.
You said it earlier, Jeff, bully ball.
Zidek, that time off a little. Sehenal gets it. Nice no-look pass. Zidek from the corner. Elects not to shoot it. Tisling from deep. And the foul down on the perimeter.
So the one thing Czechia is doing much better today than they did against Portugal, out of the pick and roll, they're making on-time passes, and it's creating the advantages for these shots.
Tisling. And great defense again by Seamus Hazard, forcing the turnover. Now they get to Schengen. Nice bounce pass. And fifth team foul, shooting foul anyway. Free throws for Korkmaz.
Jeff, that's just great teamwork. We see, look at the steal. Hazard with the hands, and now take a look in transition. Ball ahead to the corner, right into the post, and here's the 45 cut. Great job from Turkey. You can see the momentum building because they're pressuring the rim, attacking the basket.
Timeout, Diego Campo and Czechia.
Let's go. Hazard changed the game, pressuring the passing lines. So guys, you have to set the screens basically lower and try to pass the ball earlier. Not when he's on the triple line. So if we set the screen lower and we pass in the right timing, this guy is coming like crazy. Pass the ball and the point guard gonna shoot. But the question is the spacing. So nowhere. Hey, we are able to play this with Thomas now. This one.
Mike.
Which you play as point guard is the 3 defense to you. So you are here. This one all the way.
Mike, go over that again.
Yeah,
about
so,
the spacing.
Again, what you see from Coach Ocampo, he's recognizing the outstanding defensive work from Hazer playing passing lanes. He's making an adjustment where he wants the screen to be set. He wants the screen set lower and the ball delivered earlier before he can get out there and really contest the passing lane. Now, what he's talking about the spacing and point guard shooting is the point guard defender on the flight of the ball will stunt towards the catch, and what he wants is the ball to be thrown back to the point guard for the open shot.
Well said.
Now, great timeout. Let's see if they can execute.
That's one thing. Did it register with everybody? Did they hear it? Can they execute it? Both free throws for Korkmaz.
So keep your eyes on Hazer, number 2, and number 10, or Senhal, number 19.
Do they set the screen lower?
Not enough. Hazer did a great job blowing the screen up.
Shot clock about to expire. They got to get it up. He does get it up. Oh, he almost banked it in. But the bank wasn't open. He did well to get that shot off in time.
He did. Posting up a guard for the first time, Sipahi.
Türkiye can tie it with this. They can take the lead, and they do not. Türkiye, unlike the other day, have yet to hit a 3. But the miss gives it back to Türkiye. Türkiye 0 of 7 from deep. Back it goes to Schengen, and he's tied the game. He's got a chance now for the go-ahead free throw.
So you can see the top of the key pick and roll. Great pass from Sipahi, the cleared side, and look at this great finish. Through the contact, with extension with the right. Outstanding work from Schengen. So impressive as a post player. But again, out of the timeout, I love what Coach Ottoman did. He posted up Sipahi, a guard for the first time, ran some staggered screening, and got an open 3 for Korkmaz, I believe. And at that point, you're really trying to create that 3-point bucket to take the lid off.
And it's Türkiye that have come all the way back to take the lead. You see, there's a little bit of a scoring drought for the Czechs. They've led by as many as 8 points. They were up 28-21, and here is the defense once again, and it's Sipahi forcing the turnover.
You know, Jeff, people will talk about Schengen, but look at what Hazer and Sipahi have done these first 2
Yeah, that
games.
was Hazer that got his hands on the ball.
It's unbelievable the perimeter defense and pressure these 2 players are demonstrating here.
Well, remember when all of these guys, Hazer, Schengen, who else?
Oh,
Here's
beautiful.
the dump down low, and the miss. Oh, it's gonna stay at this end. Good work. Remember when Schengen, Seamus Hazer, as well as Korkmaz all playing for Banvit in Turkey. Of course, their careers in that legendary club, that club no longer exists.
You know, AJ Slaughter, Demian Kulik, 2 of our former Poland national team
Also,
players.
yeah,
played there.
Kulik as well.
Yeah, so they had a great run, and they told me some great stories about you know,
Banvit.
their time there.
There's Kane Sipahi. Oh, he gets blocked. Going to the rim. And his size factor is strength.
Let's take a look at what Coach Ottoman has the team doing. First game, take the crowd out of it, put the ball in the post, you know, and then you get the complimentary action from Sipahi and some of the other players. But today, the game's not coming easy for them. You know, you have Sengun scoring inside, but these guards are pressuring the rim and getting downhill. They're getting to the free throw line. This will be free throw attempt number 9 and 10 here in the first half. Again, just if it's not coming easy for you, how do you play the game efficiently to help your team? They're really doing well right now with their attack.
And fouls becoming an issue as well for Czechia. Krejci has 2. Bohacic already out of the game with 3. Also, Kislink has a couple. And Sehenov has 2. Kislink from deep.
So, Jeff, the first quarter, 6 for 10. This quarter, 0 for 6.
Nice handoff. And the dunk from Hazer. It has some words with Krivanek. And he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get teed up doing this, but look at this.
So we see Sengun in the post distributing, but this play in the short roll, the mid-roll playmaking, dropping it off to the baseline cutter, Hazer. The second game in a row, Hazer with a highlight dunk on the baseline. He's been so impressive.
Well, we saw him give the stare down to Porzingis. And now we've seen him to Krivanek.
He's at the screen. They are holding. Don't go to the screen. I stay here like 1 month. Go over them and go, guys. Now the next situation. Listen, we are in 3. If you play with more physicality and strong with the body. 2. And now you are in 3. We are in 3. It's Spanish. We are in high. Okay? We are high. We are high. Have to shoot the ball. Spot up. One is spot up.
Sengun puts it on a plate for Hazer. Just showing his whole game here. Playing so well. But Jeff, again, the first quarter, outstanding work from Czechia. Consistency over the full 40 minutes, you know, 6 for 10 from 3, 0 for 6 in this quarter. They're outscored 12-1. Give Turkey credit for a pressuring rim, attacking the basket. Now's the time for Czechia to respond. They've got to respond.
Yeah, just 1 point in 5 minutes and 17 seconds. Ain't gonna cut it. How's they're rising to the occasion, literally. Here he is again. Krejci. Great D again. On the run, Osman gets all the way in for the layup. That's where he likes to be in the open floor. The lead is 7. Kislink. Ball batted to Krejci.
Hazer's hurt. Hazer's
and the putback is good and 1. And Hazer might have turned his ankle.
Yep.
So he's going to come out of the game clearly. Hopefully that's not going to be a serious injury. Oh, boy, that's not good. He definitely rolls the left ankle. That is not a good development for this Turkish team. Yeah, you're talking about Hazer, one of the most important players in this comeback.
You know, again, you look 4 points, 1 rebound, but it was his defense, his activity. You know, he plays with a swagger. He brings so much to this team.
That is a massive, massive development. That's even with Larkin coming back onto the court. That's how well Hazer was playing. Double comes to help. Nice play. Czechia, Ruban takes it all the way.
Good finish from Vojta right there.
5 straight points now for Czechia.
We talked about a response. This is exactly what Coach Ocampo's looking for.
Cedi Osman, and he's better be careful. Wojtek Ruban
Again, you can see he cuts him off. There's clearly contact.
Yep.
He did get the ball.
He got all ball, but it was, I guess they called the body.
Yeah, Wojtek's looking and saying, hey, the referee's right here. But again, as we know, officials are looking at different things from different angles. So while the official on the baseline has his eyes focused somewhere on one part of the play, the official on the wing says, okay, I see the contact, that's a foul.
There's Hazer. So he rolls the ankle. He's going to have some tape put on it. Do you think that indicates he's going to be back today, or are they doing that?
Let's wait and see. You know, I think they'll do everything they can to take care of him now, and hopefully they can do some things to prevent any type of swelling. Which
About to say, get the swelling, then
more
it's
complicated.
You can't walk on it or run on it. Krish not able to get the basketball. Okay, gets it to Ruban. Ruban can't get the shot up. He has to put up a prayer. And you go up against a high-quality player like Cedi Osman in that situation, it's not going to end well.
And that Wojtek's game is coming off screens and playing in transition. He's not the guy that's really going to create one-on-one.
There's Osman, and Osman fouled.
But look at the determination from Osman, catching the ball in the wing, pivoting, and just getting downhill.
Substitution for Team Czechia. Coming back again, number 17.
You know, sometimes your team has a great rhythm, like they did in the first game. Sometimes players are hot, you know, but, you know, there's going to be times where your team is not playing.
Can you believe Bohacic has to come in with 3 fouls with 2:52 remaining? That's how desperate things are all of a sudden for Czechia.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a player get 4 fouls in the first half without technicals, right?
Right.
Think about that, Jeff. All the basketball you've seen.
I did see it recently. I'm trying to think of who it was. But also, I remember Marc Gasol getting 4 fouls in the first half of the Olympic final in 2012.
Who was he trying to guard?
I just remember he lasted the whole game. He never picked up a 5th.
Coach, I know how to play with 2 fouls. Do you know how to play with 4 fouls? Hopefully, Bohacic does not pick up a 4th foul.
Oh, and they got to go. Ruban gets it up, almost banked it in. Osmani, Sipahi, that's good. Well, what do you know?
Really good teamwork.
The first player to make a 3, once again, Sipahi.
Really good teamwork, attacking closeout, spacing the floor.
And using his height advantage, good matchup for Wojtek. Ruban. Oh, and Bohacic going very close to getting the foul, and he's going to take it in for the layup. And Osmani looks like he might have taken a blow to the nose. Bohacic, who looks like he probably puts on the skates from time to time on the ice, wins that confrontation.
So he
for the
body checked him for the ball and got a breakaway for 2.
He's driving, he's going to go around, and it just showed the case. If you pass to pop out, you just
Bir dakikaya atalım. Atalım. Zaten o taraftan geldi.
Dinleyin şimdi. Shoulder. Five pop'u bu taraftan oynayacağız. Alperen buraya pik. Şeyin geliyor buradan. İpik şeyine. Buradan Ercan bu tarafa pop ediyorsun. Buradan opposite bu taraftan oynuyoruz. Tersten oynuyoruz. Shoulder five opposite bu taraftan.
Haydi gel.
İçeri birebir oyna. Foul veler.
Bir good. Well, we're just talking about how competitive this game has been and how Turkey have made their adjustments. Now the Czechs showing some signs of life again. Sapahi, who had the great opener against Latvia, hit 5 threes, makes the team's first 3 today. Remember, Seamus Hazer, hugely important player, has rolled his ankle. We don't know if he'll be back. Schengen has been outstanding once again. Here he is. Osmani from deep. That's 2 in a row.
So that's important for the Turkey team. They doubled the post off the dribble. Again, great poise from Schengen. Found his post partner. Osmani with a big 3.
They were hoping that Zidek could get the 3 up, but the defense came. Foul called on Osmani. You can see where he took the shot in the nose. Got a little blood.
Again, take a look off the double, off the dribble, they double him. Osmani steps to the ball. You can see the escape dribble from Schengen, and he delivers a great pass to shoot from as Hazer cheers on from the sideline. But I like what Zidek did there. He attacked the closeout and posted it up and was physical drawing the foul.
Final minute. Czechia trying to cut into the deficit. They once led by 8. Here he is again, and this time the 3 does not fall for Zidek. Czechia get to their spot. Shot clock winding down. Krejci lets it fly. They're going to have to get the 3 up. It's going to be Sapahi. Well, all things considered for Turkey, a great response. After falling behind early, they were really challenged. And Turkey lead it 45-37 over Czechia at halftime.
Take a look at the numbers here. Again, Turkey 2 for 10 from 3, but and the numbers were quick up there, but Czechia was 0 for 9 in that second quarter from 3. So obviously the 3-point shot helped them get off to the great start, but give them credit for the energy, the way they started the game, but then also give Turkey credit, their defensive work and how they pressured the rim and played through the post. You know, that got them through their struggles in the first half.
Well, these were our key players before the game. And you can see Schengen just out of this world. Could get a triple-double today. Krejci, just so much. I think it's probably a lot harder for him in this current situation to produce.
So, you know, you look at these numbers here. For Turkey, Schengen has drawn 5 fouls. Sapahi has drawn 3. Osman 2. You know, these guys are really pressuring the basketball. The points in the paint, again, a key number, 26-14. And obviously, you know, free throws. Czechia is 3 for 3 from the free throw line, but Turkey has gotten there 14 times, 13 for 14 from the line. So what's interesting is the style of play for Turkey. When they played well the first game, really threw Schengen in the post. And this one, it hasn't been smooth, but they still have Schengen. And the guards, while not shooting so well, they're pressuring the rim and drawing fouls.
So that second quarter, Turkey outscoring Czechia 24-10. Czechia with 11 turnovers. Most of those, in fact, coming in the first quarter. But finding it very difficult to operate at the offensive end. That was the first three Turkey made of their two. Also, Osmani made one, 45-37, Turkey on top of Czechia at halftime.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Final seconds. Kaczynski penetrates. And Jimmy Poland the lead yet again. What a move. Started with a ghost screen. Had to get it. And then he took the penetration down the left. Tough finish. Latvia throws a lob. And again, big man connects with it. Huge play by Roman Sorkin. Penetration, a little bump. Manasseh goes in, throws it down with two hands.
That's more like him.
Big man with a big play. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, goes behind the back and still throws it down. We were expecting a lob. But Francisco knew that was going to be tough over Kevin Tumba.
Stolen away here now. Mikael didn't have the energy to keep on going. Diga to the left. Wow! Puts in Nurkic in the washing machine. Here is Atic. Baseline. Correct! Welcome to FIBA EuroBasket. This is Bosnia basketball.
Doncic. That's contact. Luka Magic counted, and he's going to the free throw line.
Inside. It's a corpo.
Seen the length and athleticism, how he was able to wrap all the way around the rim, finish with a dunk, incredible.
Ligas. Willis. Oh! Welcome to Cyprus. Willis there exploded to the rim, the left-hand punch.
What you talking about, Willis?
What a throwdown. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, Martin Paterka, 8 points, is leading the way for Czechia today as they try to spring the upset against Türkiye. Here's a look at some of his play. He's a shooter, Mike.
Again, the six 3-point makes sparked the Czechia offense in that first quarter. You know, but a good defensive adjustment from Turkey limited the big man pick and pops. But give Paterka credit, he scored on the block once. Here's the pick and pop early. Again, they made these shots, they took advantage of it, but then again, the second quarter it was different with the 0 for 9. So this is the you know, X and O's chess game between the coaches here. Here we see Paterka going to the basket and finishing, you know, showing some versatility. Again, he's representative of their team. Their team responded the right way in this game. They stepped up in this game. You know, they had a disappointing result, and obviously a lot of things discussed. They found the right words, and guys really showed up to play.
And Alper Schengen, I think probably everybody in Europe and really should be in the world be looking ahead to Turkey's showdown with Serbia, because he's going to have a little bit of tete-a-tete with Nikola Jokic.
That will be a fantastic matchup, but again, these first 2 games, he's been so impressive. We see him scoring in the post, establishing the low post, helping them control tempo. Now he's in pick and roll. Here he's finishing through contact. You know, we saw him in his mid-roll playmaking, setting his teammates up. Here it is right here. Puts it on a plate for Hazard. Schengen has been so impressive these first 2 games. You know, he does so many things effectively on the floor. And what do we say? All the points in the paint. You see his shot chart. They're really playing bully ball and trying to score at the basket, whether it's post touch, pick and roll, or strong drives.
Well, just 23 years of age, Alper Schengen, and really has every possibility of being one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, he can do everything on the floor. You know, like what's interesting is he'll play as a low post 5, he'll play as a pick and roll 5. He even, you know, out there with Yurt 7, he's been more like a 4-man, you know, handling the ball, bringing the ball up the court. But he can be a distributor. You can play through him. You know, maybe the one thing that we haven't really seen him show off is the 3-point range yet. But again, they're playing within themselves, and I'm really impressed with the Turkey attack. When things weren't going well for them, they really did a great job of pressuring the rim with downhill drives. Do you think Schengen gets a triple-double today?
I think so. I would go ahead and say
he's on his way.
He's already more than halfway there.
12, 7, and 5.
Double digits in points, halfway there in rebounds, and more than halfway in rebounds.
He's on his way, and that's just, again, another example of his versatility.
The only thing that stops him is if he sits down, coach wants to rest him, which I don't think will happen. Well, you never know. They play tomorrow.
Everything's possible.
So 45-37, Türkiye on top of Czechia. Remember, Türkiye winning their opening game over Latvia in front of a full house here, and Czechia losing to Portugal in their opener And their effort today has been off the charts as they try to bounce back from that disappointment. And for Ergan Ataman, never even slightly, in the slightest, looked like they were going to panic when Czechia had that great start.
You know, Jeff, there's lots of discussion. We've just been told at halftime the Czechia coaching staff is not happy about some of the way the fouls have gone, upset that there's a free throw differential 15-3. But again, it's the style of play with Turkey attacking the basket physically, pressuring the Czechia defense, and that's drawing the fouls. It's a style of play question. It's not so much about an officiating question. You know, again, as a coach, I've been in that same situation. You're frustrated about, hey, we're not getting these calls. These guys are at the free throw line.
You understand it, but, you know, watching it objectively, you don't see it.
And if you remember the one timeout, Diego talked to his team, hey, when they're holding you and being physical, don't flop. Don't try to draw the foul. You've got to play through it. And again, this is what's been impressive about Turkey. They have been determined when it wasn't going their way. They put their head down, attack the rim, offensive rebound. They're playing physical, and this is where you turn the game your way. So again, this is a great experience for the Czech guy. You know, some of these players have more experience than others, but some of these less experienced guys, they can learn from this, and when they're in that situation in the future.
It's great that you raised that, because in the press conference after the loss to Portugal, the question was asked, why didn't you play Gretchen more and you played Krivanek as much as you did? And Diego Campos said, listen, it's my responsibility to play these young guys and get this experience.
And this is the game. What does the game teach you? It gives you that lesson, how to respond on the floor to the physicality, because let's be honest, the EuroBasket and high-level European basketball is extremely physical. And right now, Turkey is winning that physical battle against the Czech team. And it's reflected in the free throw attempts. You know, but again, what do we see? We see the size and the physical ball skills, the ability to drive downhill. And hopefully we can see some adjustments here from the Czech guy in the second half.
And it should be noted that Krivanek has played well. Well, scanning the QR code to get the FIBA EuroBasket app in your smartphone, you can follow this great tournament. Well, nothing you'd like to do more than sit back and watch some basketball all day long, and you've got that with the FIBA EuroBasket all day today, tomorrow, the next day, the next. It just doesn't stop, Mike.
And what's interesting is the matchups, the styles of play from different teams. And today we've seen Czech guy come out really strong. Look at this. They're trying to double the first play. Outstanding from halftime. Great job from Coach Ocampo.
Second half action underway quickly and in favor of Czechia, who have Peterka, Sehenal, Krejci, Kris, and Kisling on the court. Bohacic, remember, has 3 fouls. Kisling doesn't mess around. Drives in, scores.
So again, ball reversal, attack to closeout, get downhill. They did get all the way to the rim, but a skillful finish.
Larkin, Osman, Schengen, Osmani, and Sapahi on the court for Turkey.
Now, like, this is funny, right? You clearly grab Sengen's arm going into the pick and roll coverage. You're late. You're not going to be on time. Don't look at the referee and like, what kind of call is that?
And here, again, they're trying to be disruptive, and a little bit of frustration now evident with Ocampo looking out there, you know, because if you can force some turnovers and get some quick buckets, you're right back in it.
And you love the fact they've come out and tried to trap pick and rolls and double team the ball. Again, the aggressive coverages.
And Osmani challenged and fouled. Ocampo.
And, you know, sometimes as a coach, you can spend too much time on officials. take a look here. The hard show, the great roll, and here he is.
I thought that was his line, yeah. That was, so Kiesling goes out.
The point we have, though, there may have been more contact at other times during the game, but you have hands visibly right on the body.
4 fouls on Kiesling. So he had, I thought he had 2, so now he's got 4. And Schengen comes down to earth with that miss.
I like the game plan to come out and pressure the basketball, trap, speed it up.
Bohacic in the game with the 3 fouls. And now he's fouled by Chetny Osman.
You know, again, Czechia is facing a big, long, physical defense. It's only Shane Larkin that is small, and he's really quick. Look at the physical size of this Turkey team. It's not easy to create advantages against them.
Bohacic did well to maintain possession there. Tehenol, high arcing 3. And bodies colliding. Tremendous pressure on the shooter. Osman hands it up to Schengen. Almost unstoppable.
Just great teamwork, patience, taking what the defense gives them.
Krejci missing good work by Bohacic and forcing Schengen to knock it out of bounds. And I think Larkin on that previous trip down the floor collided with Bohacic and hurt his shoulder. You can see he's in a little bit of pain. Schengen with his bucket, but you know, they're already without Seamus Hazer, so Larkin's going to try to make it through this. And Bohacic lost it, came down. They wanted to travel. Krish fouled by Osman.
I mean, we had some unusual action right here. First of all, with Larkin going down, and then you could say that was an outstanding shot fake.
I think Larkin was trying to sell that one.
I want to see the shot fake again.
Might they look at it? They're going to look, or they're going to challenge for an unsportsmanlike.
Well, Osman saw the play. There was a little bit wild scene on the court, and he put a hard foul on Shish.
Well, Krish, fingers crossed for him. Let's listen to it.
Let's show me a play. So, no. Give me the baseline camera, okay? Yeah. According to my review of the play, he maybe is trying an attempt to play the ball, but for me it's excessive contact. It's a very, very heavy contact, yeah? And he's followed through the contact, and then we go with the formal foul. I think it's excessive contact, yeah? Okay. You have what you have? Yeah. You have the same. So after the review, it is conclusive, and we upgrade to an formal foul, but number 6 white, 2 free throws for number 31. Okay, you pointed.
Well, they explained it, excessive contact, the unsportsmanlike, and that's a good call, and they took their time with it. And the good news for Turkey is they don't have any foul trouble.
Yeah, he made a play on the ball, but as you heard, Antonio and the referees, they clearly said, hey, this is it's excessive contact. But it's funny, I think back, like watching the Poland-Slovenia game last night with Kurt Rambis.
Yeah.
And you remember the old school 80s and 90s when guys would just be hammered.
Yeah.
So.
Bad boys.
Yes. And here we are. So, again, really well done by the officials. And again, I think that just reading the floor with the Czech team having a little frustration about, you know, the foul count and things, it's really the right call to try to give them a little bit of feeling like, hey, you know.
That doesn't look good there with Larkin out of the game. He's in some pain. This has been a physical battle. Krejci to Paterka. So a three-point trip down the floor. Yeah, he's in pain. Shane Larkin, and now an offensive foul. They're going to go the other way. Czechia say, you want to fight? We're going to fight. I would have said it was a 50-50 whether he was playing the ball, by the way, on that unsportsmanlike. I wasn't convinced, but referees know better. Yep, he raises the elbow to get it Sehinal. Here's Paterka for three. And look, there's just no contest when he goes up for the rebound, is there? He is just amazing.
Dominant rebounder.
Osman drives in, oh, unlucky.
So this is Osman's value. You know, he again, streaky three-point shooter, but he gets downhill. You know, the 1 point you look at, there was no real show from the big in that situation. He was caught physically battling for position. But as soon as Osman turned the corner, it was straight downhill to the rim.
48-42. You know, it was in the press conference introductory, somebody was talking about Türkiye. It was Latvia, I think. Or no, I can't remember who it was. Anyway, they were talking about how this team has 7 NBA players or 7 players that play in the NBA or have played in the NBA, and that just shows you the talent level in this Turkish team. Oh, it stays in bounds. Sehinal brings it up. And Czechia have what, 1 player in the NBA? This man right here.
You know, they've got some high-level European guys the last few years.
Tomas Satoransky had played in the NBA.
Vesely also.
Yuri Welsh back in the day.
Yeah. You know, Czechia is such a wonderful ice hockey country, but the basketball program has really improved.
And Osmani gets the foul called on him, so Krish will go back to the line.
And again, what you love to see these guys on a hard roll, a strong roll to the rim. Great pocket pass here. Bang, right in the pocket.
Classic
no
pick
dribble.
and roll.
Yeah, no dribble. Big, right to the rim.
So often does that. He misses the first one badly and then easily makes the second. Back to a 6-point game. Schengen, look at him pass it. Osman, look at Schengen, amazing. No ball is safe when he's around. He owns the glass.
So smart.
Oh, nice play, Krish. Nice play, Krejci. Schengen getting closer to the triple-double. 15, 8, and 5. To the 3. Osmani, rather, excuse me.
He's doing a lot of underrated things for this team, doing a lot of the dirty work in that front court.
Paterka, he's got it.
And that's a great play from Sehinal. Gave it to Chris Paul, froze the big. He gave a no-look pass and hit Paterka in the corner for 3.
And that is a shot Paterka 100% of the time has to make for this Czech team.
That's his game, right? He's the stretch 5.
And Korkmaz drives in, no good. Krejci, open floor, stops, but doesn't pop. And again, there's only 1 rebounder when he's in the area. And its name is Schengen. 9 rebounds for Alperen Schengen. Here he is. And now he drives in. He's going to be fouled. 4 fouls on Bohacic. He's unstoppable, this guy.
Bohacic is just body checking people out here. Take a look at the keep. That was like the old Steve Smith. The hesitation, you see guards make that play. And here he is, a dominant big.
Nice no-look pass from Sipahi to the corner for Osmani's 3. Yeah, that's a part of Alperen Şengen's game, that his ability to handle, to drive. He's got the complete package. Timeout. Czechia.
Martin, in your back here, we don't have advantage. Spread the court, shoot the ball, try to arrive here. Venga, good decision. What is this? The question is, when you move the ball and you pass to the short roll, don't do crazy shots. Paciencia. Defense. Now we go to the 3. You are 2, we are 3. So in the Spanish, have to be all the way with him until he passes. But Svoboda, on the 3, he has to stay on the same channel. He cannot go there, okay?
17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for Şengen. And he's going to the free throw line. Now Czechia with 2 key players, 4 fouls apiece. Bohacic joins Kidslink on the sidelines.
If you're Czechia, you know, Vit Krejci is such a talented player. You know, right now he's got 3 points. He had the big dunk early, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. You know, you got to find a way to help him be more productive. And this is one thing that the Turkey team is doing. They're doing a fantastic job establishing their main guys.
Already from a scoring standpoint has surpassed the 16 that he scored against Latvia. Svoboda in the game now. Ruban also going to come back in. Here's Krivanek for 3. And I think Bohacic is going to come out. Bona is going to come in. And Şengen will sit down for a rare break. And it goes to Bona. Catches, goes up and scores. Nice finish from number 30.
Again, you see the switch in the pick and roll coverage there. Osmani and Korkmaz. Nice slip.
Excellent work from Czechia.
So again, you saw the switch in the pick and roll, and then on the flare screen, Peterka turned it into a flare slip, knowing the switch coverage was there. Really smart play.
And it goes to Bona again!
Beautiful play from Korkmaz. The 1 or 2 dribbles drew the defense to him, and then he floated that pass to Bona, who snuck behind the coverage.
Nice pass to get it to Peterka. It's like a jump shooting practice all of a sudden for Peterka.
I mean, Peterka with 18, Jeff. He's really shown up here in today's game.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit at the start, but sometimes you got to step up. Krejci missed the foul on Osman. It's always seemed like Peterka's had kind of opportunities, but hasn't really taken them to stand out in the past. And
he's been a key role player for the team, right? And now with their current situation, they need him to do exactly what he's doing right now. You know, step up his game, and he's really responded. He's shown a lot of things, scoring in the post, basket cutting, hitting threes.
Krejci now with 3 fouls. Krish also has 3. And of course, Kiesling and Bohacic each with 4 fouls. So impressive, Krejci. Just so many weapons for Turkey. You're talking about Osman, who's played for this national team going back to 2014 at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Spain, in España, Bilbao, Barcelona. There's the pass. Oh, wonderful play. Absolutely on a line.
And look who it is again.
Peterka, but what a pass as well by Zainal.
Hey, but Jeff, how do you lose Peterka right now, right?
Skip pass to Osman. Nice head. Osman from deep. He's got it. Osman wanting the foul called as well. Peterka. Trivanek. And Osmani with the foul. Tried to seal the baseline. Look at this. He's moving. It's a good call.
Yeah. Okay, they're upset about that no call there. I mean, he hit the 3, right?
He didn't hit him, did he?
It didn't look like it. At least the hands, he kept him in his body. And now, lots of discussion, but you can easily see Osmani was moving as he tried to beat him to the spot.
Well, the problem is when the refs go back and watch this, they're going to have their calls confirmed. They're going to be like, what are they arguing about?
Yeah, and that's the point. You know, you don't want to waste too much energy discussing with officials because it takes away from your focus on the game. You know, what's important now? That win mentality.
Osmani, good job. Got into trouble, almost turned it over. I like the sense of desperation, though, that both teams are playing with right now. Here's Osman. Oh, shooter's bounce.
Back rim and down. Brad.
Back rim and down. I haven't heard that one for a while. Back rim and a Brad shot.
It was down.
Peterka. Oh, he's just on fire.
Take over, Peterka. Martin Peterka.
Thinking of words that start with P. And what a finish from Cedi Osman. Showing the quality of the Panathinaikos man. Peterka again, I'm feeling it. Heat check. Oh no. Forgets to get it to the guard, and they almost turn it over.
So,
good hustle.
Bona, he was living his dream, pushing that ball up the court right there. Everybody in the whole arena was saying, find Larkin, get it to a guard.
Cedi's just so good finishing. Look at Peterka. Peterka with 23. Svoboda bringing the physicality. Remember, Schengen is off the court right now, so you would hope to make some progress, but it ain't happening. Erkan Yilmaz checks into the game.
Well, the reason it's not happening is this guy right here. Osman has been outstanding. You know, he's hitting shots now as he misses that free throw. But it's about his downhill play. You know, he's been great in transition. He's been great attacking the rim.
Misses both free throws. Bona kept it alive. Good hustle by Sehnal. Zidek getting ready to come back in the game. Sehnal has got it. The Czechs continue to battle. Good to see Larkin back in. He had the shoulder issue. Here's driving. Bona. And so Bona, look at Bona go up and get the rebound. Paterka, a little bit of a mismatch. Guarding Larkin, goes around him. Svoboda handles, gets it. Bona goes up. Good job. Czechia did not give up the bucket. Sehnal thinks he's got an advantage here on Larkin. Nope. And the foul called on Ruban. Moving screen.
He had a great idea. He tried to set a screen to give Paterka a post-reaction three on the skip. But Yilmaz, take a look here. Yilmaz tries to fight through.
Czechia fans will be hoping has some more to offer in this fourth quarter because he has been carrying them. And look at Schengen just take over. This is my world. And an offensive foul on Sehnal, and it's going to give Türkiye another opportunity.
Jeff, this is a traffic ball screen. Take a look. We'll look at the offensive foul first. You can see he caught him across the face with the swipe as he was trying to create space. But take a look here. We see Osman come set the small on big screen, and it gets Schengen downhill to his right hand. We call that a traffic screen, and it's outstandingly executed right there. Great job from Coach Ataman and the Türkiye team.
Well, he wears number 23, Schengen, and he's playing like him today. I mean, he is just doing everything. 1.3 seconds. Talking about Michael Jordan, there's Osman! And that is what you call a end of third quarter dagger from Cedi Osman. Not only does he make the defensive play to get him the ball back, oh no, he doesn't release it in time. They're gonna have a look, so.
But did they already use a challenge?
No, the refs can review that anyway. They don't have to have the challenge. Let's listen.
Do you have any other angle? No, it's okay. Now, we cancel the basket. It's no basket, okay? Yeah, conclusive. Ball was in the hand, so no basket.
Even so, great play by Cedi.
Yeah, well, what you saw was the Czech defender was the first to leave the floor.
72-62, Türkiye on top of Czechia at the end of 3.
So again, excellent effort from both teams here. Great response with the trapping defense and effort. Paterka really stepping up in that third quarter for the team. But again, Turkey just has a little bit too much firepower in the matchup.
You know, watching this Czechia team play today is, I suppose you regret how you started this tournament because you could have played so much better and given yourself a chance to win against Portugal.
Yeah, well, that Portugal game was a winnable game for this team, and you gave away a winnable game. And that set you behind from the start. So, you know, they've really responded the right way. They've come out with great fight, great grit. You see players stepping up. But again, you know, they're playing against a really, really strong opponent here. I'm really impressed with Peterka's performance. You know, he's been a role player. He's kind of stepped out of that role and been a guy that's really reliable, responsible. So that's a great thing. Scoring in a lot of different ways.
Scan in that QR code, folks, and you get Courtside 1891 in your smartphone. And you can watch live streams, video highlights, everything about the world of international basketball.
You know, Jeff, the last play, the shot defensively for Czech.
Three Hearts, Lomash, and Latvia.
They're getting ready.
Next.
You know, you want to be, as the defensive player, you want to be second to leave the floor. And when he jumped first, he flew by, giving Osman the opportunity to create space for the shot. Just a little coaching point that they'll review on film and try to be better at next time.
Fourth quarter action underway. Czechia get off just in time, but Yurtseven with the rebound. Absolutely nothing easy in this game for either team. Larkin from three. That's off. And here comes Czechia. Zidek. Sehinal. Feet set, wide open. Got it. Here come the Czechs.
You know, Sehinal's made some really big plays here in the second half. He shot the ball extremely well. Really like what you see from him this game.
Czechia showing why a lot of people felt like this is one of the strongest groups in this competition, playing much better today. There's Osman. Megan just draws so much attention.
And the late cutting, really great play there from Osman, cutting along the baseline, and a great delivery.
Zidek open, that's off. But the ball goes to Svoboda. And then Yurtseven with the block. Zidek sneaks in and takes it away. Sehinal almost turned it over. Zidek open, you can count it! Look at Diego Campo, go! Vamos! 74-68, the Czechs just 2 3 balls down. Can they get another stop? Türkiye, Schengen, just big man Schengen is not going to be stopped.
So what's interesting is he handles the ball and plays like a guard most of that possession, and then finally gets into the paint and draws the foul for the and one. But great teamwork. Again, you hit the roller. We make the consecutive pass, mid-roll decision. Zidek buries the three, and there the shot fake from Sehinal. Again, you love the competitiveness right now this Czech and the fight this Czech team is showing.
They just have not had an answer for the man at the line. He's got 22 points now, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Oh, nice drive, nice play.
So again, ball reversal, they swing it, and then we catch it on the downhill cut there. Vojta Ruban. Really good teamwork.
Zidek staying in front. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, so many weapons. Look at this. Schengen another assist. He's got 7. And that is a team high 7. Kane Sapai has 6. Zidek gets it up, and that might have been blocked by Yurtsevin. Oh, the takedown by Krejci. Oh, Korkmaz. That's 4 fouls now on Big Krejci.
Do you think they're playing MC Hammer because he hammered him on the sideline?
I'd say that's a very good guess. Korkmaz just hit 1 3, gets up another, and this time it's an air ball. And because it doesn't touch anything,
should have shot the first one, right? He had the rhythm 3, passed it up. Good defense there from Kruban on the closeout.
So Yurtsevin goes out. Mike, would you like to share with the world what happened to you at breakfast this morning on your birthday, real quick?
Oh, the Taylor family tradition. You know, we have a tradition with my teams. We smash a pie in the guy's face if it's his birthday. Guys love it. It's been a lot of fun through the years. And, you know, I'm going to say unfortunately, but fortunately, you got me this morning at breakfast. And I think everyone in the breakfast room really appreciated it. It's just a fun moment for everyone.
Well, more on that later.
I did have to take a second shower.
Here is the foul by Zidek. 6 minutes remaining in the clock. You just feel like for Czechia, it's just so difficult just to take a point off this deficit, 2 points off this deficit.
You know, you have to respect and appreciate the effort.
There's George, and is that his young son, Timmy? I've never met Timmy, except when he was a baby.
They look like they're having fun right there.
If that was Timmy, could be another one on the way. But I just don't know. Oh. Here is Osmani.
What a beautiful drop-off. This is a big man making a play in the paint. Beautiful.
8 assists. 14 points for Osmani, but 8 assists. And this time, Osman read the pass. Osman's been sensational, too. 14 points. And the handoff. They pass it around. Look at him go. Osman, beautiful play. And it looked like Sipahi.
But again, they recognize Sainal is on Sengun. They immediately throw it in there, draw the double, and he's so skilled, he can really pass the ball. But the one thing I want to say, when you double the post or when you guard the post, you've got to pressure him so that he cannot pass the ball smoothly out of there. And we've seen 2 teams really struggle to put consistent pressure on those post touches.
Larkin from downtown. Osmani kept it alive. That Turkish size is something to deal with. But Bohacic, great hustle, saving it back. Krivanek, not interested in the 3. Lucky he didn't turn it over.
So you could hear Coach Ataman yelling from the sideline, use a foul, use a foul. Of course, he said it in Turkish. But again, they take the foul to settle the defense.
Well, he's got the double-double, 22 and 10. He's 2 assists away from a triple-double. Well, let's see what Czechia can do here, because you know what time it is?
Jeff, it's winning time.
Foul. They've got fouls to give. With the 3-point shot, and especially considering this is Czechia, they could cut into this deficit. But it means getting stops. It means getting turnovers. It doesn't seem likely, but you never know. And they get, oh, what a block from Schengen on Krejci.
So, Jeff.
And Krish is just fouled out.
They try to post Larkin.
No, this is 4th, excuse me.
So take a look. They try to post Larkin. Here's Schengen, the first help. And then on the pass to Krejci on the baseline, who's there to block the shot?
Schengen.
Schengen has been everywhere. His impact on this game on both ends, fantastic.
There's not been a better player at this FIBA EuroBasket than that man right there.
In our group, he's been outstanding.
He's been so good, he's been good in the other groups. Here's the pass down to Osmani! He looms large, Mike. Everybody's talking about him.
So here, there's a double team again. He passes before the pressure's there. Teammate Osmani with an easy finish at the rim. Again, 9 assists. He's 1 assist away from a triple-double.
Mike, Turkey are so good that you don't appreciate how well Czechia have played, how hard, because they're down 14.
Yeah, you know, so much respect for this Czechia team.
Yeah.
The way they've come out and battled after the disappointing first game. You know, they know they're up against it after losing that first one. But again, so much respect for the way these guys have competed and battled. We've seen some great performances. You see there, Peterka, 23 points, 5 rebounds. Senol has hit some big threes, 7 assists. I mean, this is great experience for a lot of these guys. 22, 11, and 9. I hope Coach Adaman is drawing up a play to play through Alpert. Look at that. Just, the deliveries are so sure. He just really delivers it right where the ball needs to be to his teammates. Look how strong. Drops it off. Here comes the double team. Before they can pressure him, hits the cutter. Really impressive low post play. It's a clinic.
Clock starting to become the enemy for Czechia. Krejci, little turnaround. They scrap. Sipahi able to get it over to Larkin. And they get to Osman, who misses. And there's Schengen for the rebound. And he is fouled on the putback attempt. Look at him.
And again, the force with Osman driving downhill in transition. And then the offensive rebounding, we say clear the circle. There's no physical block out and holding their ground to keep the guys out of that charge circle area and control the rim. That's old school NBA. Clear the circle on your blockouts. Czechia all night struggling with the physicality of this Turkey team.
So Vic Krejci has fouled out of the game, played his heart out just like everybody in that team. This is not the end for them, obviously. They still have 3 more games, and judging from their performance today, if they do not come back and win this one, I think they've got every chance against Estonia and even Latvia. You know, they just have to keep battling, because you never know if they get into a goal differential tiebreaker. But it feels like even if they lose, they've taken a step forward today in the EuroBasket campaign.
Yes, the way they played has been much better, much more efficient. They've defended better. They've been more productive offensively. When you break down this video, you see so many more positives from this Czechia.
They've got absolutely nothing to hang their heads about. I think what it says is this Turkish team is very, very good, and you better start taking account of them. Here goes Bahacic from 3-land. And the reality is, even if you lose by a big number to Turkey, if this gets away from them at the end, it's not going to hurt them, because they would not get into a goal differential tiebreaker with Turkey, let's be honest. There's the pass, and Osmani misses, and then he's hanging on the rim. So Larkin's putback attempt is not going to count. Svoboda. So you have to finish in the top 4, Mike, in your group to advance to the round of 16. And just looking at it realistically for Czechia at 0-2, they've already lost the game to Portugal. So the next game for them against Estonia tomorrow, becomes huge.
Yes.
To breathe some life into their campaign.
It's a must-win. It's a must-win. And then, of course, it's Serbia and Latvia after that in those next 2 games. So those are not easy as well, especially Serbia.
So foul. Of course, it hurts that Czechia lost by 12 points to Portugal. That's a significant margin.
Well, that basically takes the goal differential out of it. Schengen subs out of the game. So
1 assist shy of a triple-double. Somebody needs to get the message down to the bench. He's got to play. Get him back out there. He needs the triple-double. Kisling, who had to leave the game early with 4 fouls. Osmani from the left. Bona goes for the rebound. It goes off of Bona, out of bounds. Turkey, meanwhile, will go up against Portugal tomorrow. You know, that's going to be entertaining.
You called it yesterday after the win against Latvia, how the schedule set up so well for Turkey. And, you know, now they're basically going to be able to work on their game, work on their team, game situations until that matchup at the end with Serbia.
Larkin from downtown. Lead goes to 18, timeout. Okay, it's an 18-point difference. And Mike, let me ask you this. Having watched Czechia play today, do you think this group is a little bit better than you thought it was?
The whole group?
Yeah.
Well, I think definitely. I think the first game we saw, you know, Latvia struggle a little bit in their game. Estonia was, you know, they'll be more competitive. But I think Portugal was a positive surprise, and I think we were all saying, like, oh, you know, Czechia kind of struggled a little bit, but they've really responded extremely well. You know, the challenge for them is they have to get this next game.
So the captain, Jetty Osman, with 21 points, goes out of the game. Svoboda goes up with the left-handed, scores. Nice little hesitation. I think the important thing for Czechia is, again, don't look at the score. Look at how hard they played against one of the best teams in the world, really. And they gave them everything they wanted and more for about 35 minutes.
Yeah, very, very respectful effort.
So this is something they can build on. But Turkey continue to be, this is their best team that we've seen maybe as far back as 2010 at the FIBA Basketball World Cup, when they reached the final and played the USA. Here's Sertac Shanley.
Just checks in, first possession, easy 2.
Zidek saves it before it goes out of bounds, and ended up pretty well for them. The fact that he couldn't control it. Good shot from Wahacik.
Sapahi may have a cramp.
Kane is Sapahi. And Latvia. Now the question becomes, how will they respond to their opening night performance against Turkey as they get ready to face Estonia? Bona, a bona fide big-time move. Wahacik, count it.
And like they say, all it takes is one and you're hot. Wahacik buries the last 2 threes.
And good job, Kidsling coming up with the basketball. Wahachik shares it this time. Zidek. And Bitin gets the rebound, and that's going to be it. So Turkey are going to move to 2-0 after a real battle against Czechia. A game that really kind of honors the tradition of the FIBA EuroBasket. What a tremendous game. And I think Turkey will be glad to get back to the hotel, rest, have some dinner, and get ready for tomorrow. This was a tough game, but they win it 92-78 over Czechia.
Definitely hard work. It didn't come easy early. Great start early for Czechia. Respect to them. But then, you know, again, second game in a row, this Turkey team has been very intelligent in their attack. They've been very physical in their play. And when you've got star quality power to lead your team, you can do something. Let's see how Hazer's ankle is. But again, this team is right on track after the first two games.
That's a great point again about Seamus Hazer, who I think was the guy that really kind of ignited their comeback today in the first half. Not a player they want to do without.
There you see Martin Paterka clapping for the fans, respecting all the people who came here to support them. He had a great night.
Yeah, I don't think there is any question that Diego Ocampo will not compliment his team today. And George Zidek, I'm sure, will also have some good things to say. So, 14 of 42 from deep. That's not too bad for Czechia. But the question is, can you get stops? See Hedo Turtoglu, the all-time great, one of the all-time greats, patting the current great on the head. 12 more rebounds for Turkey. I'm sure that this performance will have gotten the attention of Serbia.
Czechia just needs a little bit more production from the rest of the team. You know, Paterka stepped up today. They find it difficult to score. Sandhall impacting the game in that fourth quarter, hitting some big shots, gaining great experience. Just look at Sengun. The efficiency that he played with today, the versatility, something special.
See that getting open for that three. Well,
Diego and staff worked so hard. They really had the team in the right mindset starting this game. But again, look at the effort from the defense, and it's just, Alpern is so skilled, so talented.
I think you had it right at the beginning. It doesn't matter how hard and how well Czechia play coming into this. I mean, the only team that was going to beat Turkey today was Turkey, and there's just that little bit too much talent / size gap for Czechia to overcome. But that being said, Czechia outperformed expectations.
They did. They did all they could do out here. It was a step forward for them. And again, Czechia took care of business.
But remember, Czechia is still in the hunt. They will take on Estonia tomorrow. And here are the standings after the opening game of game day 2 in Group A. Turkey up at the top at 2-0, followed by Serbia, Portugal, and then Czechia at 0-2. They get the participation point. Latvia and Estonia. Estonia and Latvia coming up next in this. Portugal squaring off against Serbia tonight.